The $200 per month boost for Social Security, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. This is a dedicated video to a frequently asked question that I'm seeing down in the comments section here on YouTube quite a bit. Not only that, there is a specific thread over on the Blind to Billionaire Facebook group that people have been reaching out to me saying, hey, can you make a dedicated video about this? We're really concerned. So we're going to offer some clarification and answer this question because there's a lot of concern about this $200 per month boost proposal for Social Security, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. Now, I also want to say, when I refer to Social Security, I'm referring to retirement, disability, and survivors benefits, but I'm just going to call it Social Security so that I don't need to say all of the different branches every time I refer to Social Security. So let's get into this, and hopefully this video will offer some additional clarification and answer some of those questions that so many of you have had. Just like I said, over on the Blind to Billionaire Facebook group, there's that thread ongoing for quite a while now, and I want to give you this video because I know there's a lot of concern about this. If you're concerned about it, I'm guessing there's a lot of other people here on YouTube as well that are equally as concerned. So let's jump into it and talk about what we have regarding this topic. But hey, if you're new here, my name is Matt. I'm back on a daily basis acting as your advocate. Thank you so much for choosing me, and please be sure you are subscribed by hitting that button down below. Thanks so much for your support. Let's talk about this really quickly. I want to say this, I'm going to preface this video. For any of you who have been watching me for any length of time, you know that I'm back on a daily basis. I do my best to bring you the most accurate and up-to-date information on a daily basis. If I'm wrong with something, I have no problem admitting that I was wrong. That has happened a couple times. I have no problem admitting it. However, at the same time, I have no intentions of ever leading you on with any information. So, with that being said, I'm going to be completely transparent with you right here, right now, and say, I do not have all the answers. I wish I did. I don't. However, let's walk through this a little bit and let's talk about this topic and see if we can kind of deduct some assumptions from the information that we do have. But again, I do not have all the answers at this time. However, hopefully we will get more answers and clarity going forward into the future. But I wanted to make this dedicated video to help you through this topic. So I hope you can respect that I don't always have the answers. I just don't. But I continue to do research, and I will continue watching everything very closely. And as soon as we get more information, you know that I'll make another video dedicated to that. So let's jump back and go through the basics really quick. What is this proposal? I'll take like 30 seconds to explain it. It's a $200 per month boost proposal for Social Security, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. This is a proposal that hit the table from 3 Democrats way back in March of 2020. Going forward, it's a temporary boost of $200 per month. So the concern is, this is the question that I've been seeing down in the comments section here on YouTube, and like I said, in that thread over on the Blind to Billionaire Facebook group. And the concern is, if we get a $200 per month boost, it's going to impact my other benefits like SNAP, otherwise known as food assistance. It's going to impact my rental assistance. It's going to impact my utility assistance. Or if you're someone who receives Social Security and SSI simultaneously, there's those people who are concerned, hey, is it going to impact my benefits there? Am I going to lose all of my benefits? So the argument or the concern is, if we get this $200 per month boost, yes, it'll be great, but at the end of the day, after I get the boost on my benefits and they reduce all of my other benefits, net, at the end of the day, I'm either going to be, it's going to be a wash, or it could even be negative. So I hope that makes sense. So that's the concern, and I totally get what you're saying, because as we all know, let's just use SNAP, for example, food assistance. As we all know, if your income goes up just a teeny tiny bit, they reduce your SNAP benefits, right? In fact, there's a lot of you who have been leaving comments down below saying, great, we got the increase to my COLA from the COLA, the 1.3% for 2021, but great, it actually reduced my SNAP benefits now. So I'm right back where I started. I actually didn't gain anything. So that's the concern. So let's talk about this a little bit further as far as this $200 boost. Again, I just want to say I don't have all the answers, but let's talk through this and see what we could potentially expect. Now, here's what I would anticipate with this $200 boost. Remember the stimulus check that we got? If you got it, I hope you got it. Here we are, basically call it December already. I hope you received it by now. But remember, with that stimulus check, the Social Security Administration came out, they made a statement and said, for those people receiving SSI and Social Security, the stimulus check would not be included as resources or income for 12 months. So, I have not seen any evidence of this regarding the $200 per month boost. However, this is just my anticipation. If this proposal moves into action and it's implemented, I would anticipate we would probably see some type of language or clause or caveat, whatever you want to call it, within the proposal that would suggest these beneficiaries receiving this $200 temporary raise to their benefits going forward, this $200 boost would not offset other benefits such as SNAP, rental assistance, utility assistance, you name it. Any other assistance, I would anticipate there would be some type of clause in there that would say we're going to be giving this $200 per month boost, but in exchange, this is not going to offset other benefits that these beneficiaries are experiencing for the duration of the boost. Now again, that's just my assumption. The reason I think that is because we saw the same thing with the $1,200 stimulus check. But what I would anticipate is there's probably going to be some type of timeline on that. Now, what do I mean by that? Like I said, with the stimulus check, they put a 12-month timeline on that. They said we're not going to count it as income or resources for 12 months. In other words, if you took the $1,200 stimulus check, you stashed it away, that's cool. You can do that for 12 months. But as soon as that 12 months hit, all of a sudden, now they're going to count it as resources. I hope that makes sense. So I would anticipate it's probably going to be something similar to that with the $200 boost, if it even happens in the first place. Remember, this hasn't even been approved yet. This is still just a proposal at this time. However, Joe Biden has brought it up a couple times in his stimulus proposal. So if that goes forward in early 2021 after the inauguration, if Joe Biden's stimulus plan moves into action, we know that he has that $200 per month boost in there. Also, it's been mentioned that he wants to do that through executive order. Whether he actually can or can't, that's up in the air as well, but it has been discussed that he wants to move this into action through an executive order. So I would anticipate there's probably be some type of clause on there that says it's not going to reduce your other benefits. However, there's going to be a timeline. Maybe it's 12 months. Maybe it's 24 months. Maybe it's 18 months. We don't know what. But maybe you take that $200 and you stash it away. That's cool too. Do whatever you need to do if it even happens. But I would be watching out for that timeline, because as soon as that timeline hits, they may re-examine your resources and say, hey, you actually stashed away that $200 per month for the course of 12 months, and now you have $2,400, and we're going to include that as resources. Well, there goes your SSI benefits. Do you know what I mean? So again, this is just me speculating, and again, walking you through this, offering additional clarification. Now, here's another option that could happen. I highly doubt this one's going to happen, but let me walk through this for just a second. And that is, for SNAP benefits, I'm just going to use SNAP for an example. Let's say you are someone that's aged 60 or older, or there's somebody in your household that's disabled. For SNAP benefits, you can have up to $3,500 in resources before they start reducing your benefits, or whatever the issue is. But my point is, you can have up to $3,500. So the argument would be, maybe they push out the resource and income limits by $200. I highly doubt it. Honestly, I highly doubt it. The reason I think that is because the $200 per month boost is going to be temporary, whereas the resource and income limits are kind of more like concrete. They're not going to move those. I highly doubt they're going to move those. So what I would be watching for, and what I will be watching for, is additional language and clarification on this topic. And like I said, I think there's going to be some type of caveat written into the proposal saying some type of language that simply says, we're not going to include this extra $200 against the beneficiary and other assistance that they receive for blank period of time. But after that period of time, watch out, the hammer's going to drop, kind of thing. That's just how it is with these programs. They monitor everything very, very closely, and it's almost like they want people to live in poverty with these programs. They don't give you an extra dollar. They wouldn't want to see you get ahead a little bit. Not at all. They want to make sure that everybody is basically suffering at all times. So that's kind of the nature behind these programs. So anyway, again, like I said earlier, I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers right now. However, I wanted to address this because so many people have been reaching out, like I said, down in the comments section, and specifically that thread of many people saying, hey, can you make a dedicated video about this? Can you talk about this? I get it. It's a real concern. It's a real threat, because if there is not language within the proposal saying that the $200 is not going to be used as income or resources, well, it would be a net loss for many of you. Yes, you'd get $200 on the front end, but on the back end, you'd get whacked with your SNAP benefits, with your rental assistance, with your utility assistance. In many situations, a lot of you would probably lose additional benefits or additional assistance programs simply because that extra $200 would put you over the threshold for your monthly income or resources, where you would potentially lose your benefits. So at the end of the day, it would probably hurt more of you than it would actually help, if that makes sense. And I know a lot of you are probably shaking your head, probably thinking, yeah, that's my situation. That's why I'm so concerned about this. So when we look at it at face value, yeah, it looks cool. Yep, a $200 boost, that'd be awesome. But at the end of the day, when we really dig into it and look at it, it's actually more concerning than it is beneficial for a lot of people. So, like I said, I will continue watching this very closely. This is on my radar. I'm literally watching this one very closely because I know it's going to impact literally just about every person that watches my videos. So, don't worry. I'm watching this for any reason. If you see something pop up and I haven't talked about it, leave some comments down below and say, hey, check this out. There's a ton of information on a daily basis that comes out. Sometimes I miss stuff and I don't catch it right away. Maybe I catch it later in the day, or maybe I catch it the next day. Trust me, I'm looking through tons of information on a daily basis. I can easily overlook something, but trust me, as soon as I find that information, I will be here. I'll be on a video, making something, looking out for you in any way that I can. So I hope this helps to clear the air a little bit. As soon as we get more information, I will have a video out for you right away. So stay safe. Again, if you're still watching, I don't have a stimulus update for today simply because there's nothing. It's Sunday. There's nothing. Congress has been on recess for Thanksgiving all week. They'll be back tomorrow again. So I'll be resuming my stimulus updates every single day. But seriously, there was nothing today. Literally nothing. So that's why I'm using this video as a replacement for that. So I hope this helps you out. Just know I'm always here for you. Please stay safe, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.